Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Joel Cordero. The recent wintry weather has left an impact on Pennsylvania. While the heaviest snowfall of 2026 so far has passed, Pennsylvania residents are not finished with dealing with the lasting effects. From what meteorologists are looking into, Pennsylvania is being hit with Arctic air. Also later this week, there are expected flurries and snow showers. Only Tuesday and Wednesday are expected to have snowy weather, while the rest of the week is looking to be only cloudy. Yet the Arctic air will still linger and be the cause for remaining indoors. It is highly recommended, if not obligatory, to remove all snow from cars before traveling. Drivers need all the visibility they need with the help of their windshields. Even with the windshield clear, car roofs need all piled up snow removed, so none is blown off the highway, possibly blinding drivers from behind. To make the cleanup simple, keep cars covered up and have an ice scraper handy. The events of the recent wintry weather have actually gone more horrific. On Sunday, January 25th, 3 deaths were reported, according to Lehigh County Coroner Daniel A. Buglio. These 3 deaths involve people who were shoveling snow during the storm on Sunday. According to Buglio, there are inconsistencies with the incidents, such as sudden medical events, ones usually related to cardiac arrest, that happened during a stressful procedure like snow removal. The ages of 3 individuals range from 60 to 84 years old, and each one suffered a medical emergency. On the morning of Sunday, January 25th, a fight broke out between a driver and a firefighter. The incident being caught on camera shows during a road closure in Wilkes-Barre Township. A man in an argument with a firefighter, following the crews beeping at him for driving down a street that was closed. Afterwards, the driver exited his vehicle, argued with the firefighters, and finally punched on them. The driver was apparently not apprehended, as he got back into his vehicle and drove away. The incident occurred on Blackman Street, Wilkes-Barre Township, and the township's police were notified on the assault. Earlier this morning in Old Forge, authorities responded to a train derailment. According to officials, this incident happened behind a gas station on Moosic Road, and first responders have made the fortunate claim that there is no threat to the public. There is no threat, especially since there is no hazardous material on the train. Crews are looking further into the cause of the derailment. There has not been any blockage or complications with local traffic, so the nearby roadways are still open. Coming up on WYLN News, a tribute to a late rock star is coming to Wilkes-Barre. Plus, a park event manages to make the most out of recent weather conditions. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers, But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Welcome back to WYLN News. It has been 6 months since the death of John Michael Osborne, also known as the famous rock star Ozzy Osbourne. Wilkes-Barre is delighted to announce what is considered our nation's #1 Ozzy Osbourne tribute show, Crazy Train. Hosted by Vinnie Cornier, Crazy Train is the ultimate touring tribute show packed with special effects and Osbourne's greatest hits. The show, presented by Friendly Heart Productions, will be at the FM Kirby Center for the Performing Arts at 71 Public Square, Wilkes-Barre. Tickets for the event will be publicly available on Friday, January 30th, starting at $34.50. Tickets can be purchased online at kirbycenter.org and ticketmaster.com. While the winter conditions have been considered anything but pleasant, there was one event on Saturday this past weekend that managed to make an exception. According to Riverfront Parks Committee Executive Director John Madej, the main point of this event is for all to remember to celebrate all of Earth's seasons. Attendees managed to pull through the cold temperatures at the Winterfest at Nesbitt Park. The Winterfest was made to help kids be more receptive to new ideas and obtain knowledge and interest in topics regarding the environment. The main attraction of this event was a group of Siberian Husky sled dogs. There was a demonstration commanding the dogs to pull a sled. No one can forget the addition of serving free hot chocolate and s'mores, because everyone in the cold conditions could always use a warm or hot refreshment. From this recent snowstorm, transportation was limited due to road conditions. As public workers are working hard to clear roads from the snow, you may notice that one bus transportation wasn't available today. The Hazleton Public Transit announced they will not operate due to the inclement weather. Depending on the road conditions, no statement was released if operation will be back tomorrow. Go to www.ridehpt.com to follow the latest updates on their bus service, including their emergency snow route. Coming up on West Hazleton's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocamo on this week's Crocamos County Report. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Lehighton Part 1. And stay with us on WYLN. We'll be right back.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Kokomo's County Report. I am the host today, Preston Endress, and here with me is... Where's Romilda? Romilda Kokomo isn't here today, in case you don't remember from the last few, we mentioned that she was getting surgery, and of course, there is no telling how predictable the recovery process will be, so we're willing to give her all the time she needs, but until then, I'm here to discuss some recent events in Luzerne County that are worth bringing up. Some good, some suspenseful, some great. I don't know, that's for your opinion to decide, but okay, so we covered this story in the WYLN news like a week ago, but it's worth bringing up based on the authorities, who we have to thank very much. So regarding Selah Edwards, the 24-year-old in Luzerne County, having to plot to make a weapon of mass destruction, resulting in a joint counterterrorism investigation among the District Attorney's Office, the Wilkes-Barre City Police, and of course, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And we have Luzerne County District Attorney Sam Sangodose and the Wilkes-Barre City Police Chief Joseph Cafe working on this, very hard, by the way, and it was ultimately a huge success. They managed to catch Selah, and he's, of course, being charged with very big charges and attempt to possess and manufacture weapons of mass destruction. This is not a good look for any citizen of this country. And of course, because of the success, District Attorney Sangodose, he was thankful for both the FBI and the Wilkes-Barre City Police for their quick response and assistance. And it looks like that's proof that these taxes are going towards the very important stuff. And we thank the police, we thank the FBI, we thank those who help out to prevent the bad. And with that said, Selah's in jail, and and Luzerne County is a much safer place. Now, with that suspenseful crime story out of the way, now let's get to something a little fun. Or very fun. Let's see, there will be 9 selected bands to perform in Beakers and compete for the final spot in the NEPA Philharmonic Battle of the Bands competition. And this big competition will be on Saturday, January 31st. It'll be a fun day for the end of the month. Now, let's see. For those wanting to get in, it looks like the online submissions, they were only being accepted, at least a month ago, November 10th to November 14th. So to those who are wanting to be a part of this and are learning about it, I'm sorry, the most we could do now is watch, as those who went in and are qualified, and they will be giving quite the show, because I am into music. Speaking of music, because it's a new year, I want to get into music again, so here's hoping my resolution of getting back to the piano, it's a success. Please, 2026, please. Now, for the NEPA Philharmonic Battle of the Bands, looks like it was quite a timeline of parts getting to the main end, as we got the qualifier events, the semifinal event, and of course, the Battle of the Bands. And so the competition for the final spot will be on this Thursday, January 8th, at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Mohegan, Pennsylvania, at 1280 Highway 315, Wilkes-Barre, PA, 18702. So for those who are competing that day, good luck, and may the best musician win. Now, for those looking forward to the meetings, it looks like today, depending on when this is, at 6 o'clock, the Luzerne County Council will hold a reorganization meeting at the Luzerne County Courthouse. And for those who are just learning now, you're late. You're not going to make it. Unless you're fine with just using Zoom. This is also a Zoom call meeting. And the Zoom webinar is Luzerne County Council meeting. And to call in, the number is 929-205-6099. And the webinar ID is 946-5052 and 2660. And the passcode will be 252759. Now, for more info and for more meetings, just go to luzernecounty.org. They have everything regarding events and, of course, the government and info on those who work hard to keep it stable. Like, Luzerne County Manager Ramilda Crocomo. And I'm sure she'll be back soon. She'll be all ready for the meetings, the interviews, and she'll have that smile on her face ready to go. And with that said, looks like we've covered just enough on this week's Crocomo's County Report. We all miss Ramilda, but we can't have all the best in life every day, or every Monday for that matter. Anyway, with that said, we'll see you next time.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
Among the first Europeans to reach today's Carbon County were Moravian missionaries who moved up from the Lehigh Valley in the mid-1740s. In 1746, they would establish a mission along the Lehigh River, hoping to convert local Native Americans to Christianity. Calling their establishment Gnadenhutten, from the Germans for Cabins of Grace, they hoped it would be a stepping stone to reaching Native Americans further away in the Wyoming and Susquehanna valleys. By 1748, the mission was administering to close to 500 Native Americans. Although the Moravians at Gnadenhutten, which was the first European community in Carbon County, lived primarily peaceful lives, they were viewed with suspicion by other English-speaking colonists who viewed Moravians as subversive French agents and took umbrage with their blacksmiths' willingness to repair firearms for the area's Native Americans, against colonial policy. Many natives, too, were not eager to see groups that they saw as intruders taking hold on their lands, and saw no need to abandon the belief systems that had sustained them for centuries. Tensions would ratchet up high after the outbreak of the French and Indian War in 1754, and on November 24, 1755, the storm would break. 16 people were inside the mission on this day when a band of Native Americans, riled to action by the French and emboldened by the recent defeat of General Edward Braddock's forces at the Battle of the Monongahela near today's Pittsburgh, struck the complex. The raiders killed 11 of the mission's inhabitants, many of whom were only recently arrived in America, then burned the buildings to the ground. 5 other mission residents survived the massacre. Among those was the teenage Joseph Sturgis, who jumped out a high window to safety. His grandson Julius would found the Sturgis Pretzel Company in Lidditz, Lancaster County many decades later. In the aftermath of the slaughter at Gnadenhutten, the Pennsylvania Colonial Assembly took it upon themselves to try and make the northern end of the Lehigh Valley safer. Benjamin Franklin, then an assemblyman in the legislature, was sent to the former Gnadenhutten's location to ascertain the overall situation. Franklin would oversee the building of several forts down to the Bethlehem and Reading areas, and across the river from the former Gnadenhutten and the newer community of New Gnadenhutten, today's Weisport, he would oversee the construction of Fort Allen to defend area colonists. Named for future Allentown founder William Allen, the fort was 125 feet by 50 feet, with 12-foot-high stockades protecting 2 blockhouses. 2 swivel guns on the end of each facility gave the fort its firepower. Fort Allen remained in regular use throughout the remainder of the French and Indian War, but after 1761 it would be used only intermittently. The fort was torn down around the turn of the 1800s, but Fort Allen's well still stands in a park in Weisport today. In the ensuing decades after the French and Indian War, many Americans would take up arms in the cause of independence. One of these was Jacob Weiss. Born in Philadelphia, Weiss would come to eventually serve as Quartermaster General of the Continental Army under Nathanael Greene's command. Following America's independence, Weiss, along with his partner William Henry, a gunsmith by trade, began buying up land in what was then Northampton County. With the Gnadenhutten mission gone, the Moravians were quite willing to see Weiss and Henry the former mission lands. the two men began plotting out the beginnings of a town on the site, which they would name Lehighton after the adjacent river. In 1791, Weiss would be the person whom Philip Ginner, after discovering coal in today's Summit Hill, would bring some of the coal he found to for verification. Weiss agreed it was coal Ginner had found, and after taking the coal to Philadelphia for further verification from experts, promised him 300 acres of land if he could show Weiss exactly where he found it. Weiss formed the Lehigh Coal Mine Company with partners Charles Sist and Michael Hilligus and began mining operations of the coal in Summit Hill. Difficulty in getting the coal to market from its then remote location, however, doomed the company to lack of profitability. Back in Lehighton, Weiss and his partners plotted out 338 separate parcels of land for settlers, stretching from Lehigh to today's 4th Street. By the turn of the 19th century, more people had invested in Lehighton, prompting Weiss to petition Pennsylvania's government for a bridge over the Lehigh to New Gnadenhutten, since renamed Weissport in his honor. The eventual bridge, opening in 1805, carried the Easton Wilkes-Barre Turnpike through the fledgling town. It would be the birth of the Lehigh Canal, however, that would allow Lehighton to take off. Complete in the area in 1829, it finished what the Lehigh Coal Mine Company had initially been unable to do, allowing easier transport of coal to market in Philadelphia and beyond. Lock 10 on the canal, which reached south all the way to the Delaware River in Easton, was located just south of Lehighton. The boom period of canals in the 1830s and 1840s meant that Lehighton became a popular rest stop for travelers on the waterways. The Lehigh Canal would continue in service until the 1930s. The canal period, however, would only have a quick moment in the spotlight, as the railroad soon eclipsed the canals, allowing faster transport year-round of both passengers and goods. The Lehigh Valley Railroad would reach Lehighton in 1855. Its station opened for business on the west bank of the Lehigh River in 1863, and passenger service would continue to the town through 1961. A massive 1862 flood that destroyed the Upper Grand Connection section of the Lehigh Canal north of Lehighton would also wipe out the nearby community of Burlington, between Lehighton and what was then Mauch Chunk. The Lehigh Valley Railroad bought up Burlington's former land and built its machine repair shops on the site. The Packerton Yards opened in 1865 and named in honor of railroad founder Asa Packer, who would become the Lehighton area's largest employer, home to over 2,000 employees at its peak. The yards would be where the railroad's coal cars would be built and where other cars and locomotives would be repaired. Packerton Yards closed in 1972, a victim of the railroad's decline. The Central Railroad of New Jersey also had a station in Lehighton, not far from the Lehigh Valley's depot.